Good morning, friends. Today is Monday, March 23rd. Good morning. And this is our second week of e-learning. So today you're going to be working on day 6 of your slides, and be sure to submit them. When you get finished, if you will click off the assignment and go to the turn in button, it's blue, and go ahead and turn that in, and then I can go ahead and grade those. If you don't turn it in, it's okay. I can still see it, but I just don't know if you're done or still working unless you've turned it in. But good morning. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. We had a great weekend. The weather was nice. We got out into the yard and got a lot of yard work done. And I'm really sore this morning because I hadn't done that in a long time. And we also got to go to the lake for a little bit. We weren't there long, and we fished. We didn't catch anything. I think the fish were all still a little bit cold, and they were taking a nap or staying at the bottom or something, because we didn't even have a single bite. But we got out there anyway, and we had a good time. It was fun. Me and Drew and Carson and Cameron and Caleb, we all went to the lake together, and we had a good time. You caught a fish?
No, I caught a tree.
Oh, yes. Caleb did catch something. He caught a tree. He caught a tree. His lure got stuck in the tree, and we had to get that out. I said, Caleb, birds like worms. Yes, they do. But we're not supposed to be catching the birds, right, Caleb? We're supposed to be catching fish. So today I'm going to share with you a story. This story is a cute story that Caleb and I love to read. This one is called Tilly in the Tank. And of course, this is backwards. So it's kind of hard for you to read it. And it's by Jay Fleck. And you'll see that today you're supposed to read a fiction book. And in the fiction book, you're supposed to talk about a character and how that character is feeling, and tell something important that character does and how the character feels in the story. So I'm going to read this book to you, and we're going to think about these characters in this story and talk about them a little bit. Tilly in the Tank by Jay Fleck. Tilly was taking her morning stroll when she noticed something strange in the distance. It had a trunk and a tail just like she did. But it was a very curious shade of green. Must be a different kind of elephant, thought Tilly. So I know right now she's curious. It's a different shade of green, she says. So I'm sure she's curious. What is this new creature? It looks sort of like an elephant. What do you think it is? Tank was on his morning patrol when he detected something strange ahead. It had a barrel and a turret, just like he did. But it was a very curious shade of blue. Must be an enemy tank, thought Tank. His alarm sounded. Wee-oo, wee-oo, wee-oo. So Tank naturally thought it was something that he needed to be worried about because he's a tank. And Tilly, she thought it was just another elephant. Let's read and find out what happens next. They walked right up to the noisy green elephant. She took a close look at his trunk, his tail, his eyes.
That's his butt, his tail.
And behind his ears.
Why is his butt black?
Caleb is talking. Then she cleared her throat and said, "Hello." Tilly was still not worried that Tank was anything bad. The tank responded with a boom. That looks like it scared Tilly. Tilly was so startled. She shut her eyes tight and ran. I know that startled means that Tilly was scared. Tank was puzzled. Where did the enemy go? guess he was confused. He thought she might stay and fight him. But she didn't. Here's Tilly. She's scared. Tilly peeked out from her hiding spot. Was that boom just a very, very loud hello? Tilly wondered. She decided to try again. She's a friendly elephant. She just wants to be friends with Tank. Slowly and carefully, Tilly tiptoed closer and closer until she was just close enough to boop. Give the green elephant a friendly tap. Tank's alarm sounded again. Wee-oo, wee-oo, wee-oo. Tilly shut her eyes tight and ran. Tank was even more puzzled. Why doesn't the enemy stay and fight? He thought. Tilly ran so fast she tripped over a rock and landed with a thump.
Where?
In a bed of flowers. Flowers. This gave Tilly an idea. What do you think she might do with the flower, Caleb? Do you think she might try to give it to Tank?
Yes, I think.
Because she's friendly like that? Let's see what happens. Tank saw the enemy returning with a strange object. Is that a weapon? He wondered. Tank stood strong and responded with a boom! Caleb loves that part. You do, don't you? You think it's funny? And off ran Tilly again. But this time, Tank observed that the enemy had left something behind. Its weapon! He scanned the object and discovered a flower. Oh no, thought Tank, he had been wrong. That wasn't an enemy. That was a friend. I think Tank is feeling sad. I think Tank is feeling remorseful. His eyes look like he does not feel good about treating Tilly that way. Tilly was nervous when she saw the green elephant approaching. Then she saw what he was carrying. A magnificent bouquet. Tank dropped the flower at Tilly's feet. They smiled as she sat next to her. Tilly smiled as she sat next to her new green friend. Tank's alarm was replaced by a happy sound from deep inside his engine. Thump, 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 thump. There was a happy sound coming from deep inside Tilly, too. Thump, 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 thump.
Where's the boom?
There are no more booms because they're friends now. Do you think they're friends?
No.
So what's one character trait you would use to describe Tilly? What kind of person was Tilly? Was she nice? Was she friendly?
She was
Friendly?
friendly.
Friendly? Was she curious?
No.
Did Tank feel bad in the end? Was he remorseful? So you can read a story of your own and think about your character and tell something important that your character does and how your character feels in the story. And I hope that you will post it, share it for us. We'll put a Seesaw link up and you can post some videos and share them with the class today. Because we would all love to see each other's faces, wouldn't we, Caleb? I hope you have a great day.